we can try and we can do really well, and they did really well, but we're not going to go at that level. But we can do something else.
세계 어느 나라에서도 찾아볼 수 없었던 독특한 한국의 성장 방법에 대해 강의한 미국 교수가 있습니다. 바로 펜실베이니아 주립대 샘 리처드 교수인데요. 그는 한국인을 포함한 여러 학생들을 강단 앞으로 부르고는 세계적으로 유행하고 있는 한국 문화를 직접 체험하는 방식으로 한국의 성장을 설명해 화제가 되었습니다.
Any country that could do that and didn't have some natural resource that was just somehow worth a lot of money, like oil or natural gas or something. Any country that can do that is a country that you want to pay attention. What did they do? What happened? Korea has had an historical experience unlike probably anything the world has ever seen. And look, these numbers, in 1965, the GDP of the UK was $100 billion. And in Korea, it was $3.1 billion. And then look what happened going into 2020. Look what Korea did. It's unprecedented. Korea grew in a way to $1.6 trillion. It grew like no country has ever done this sort of thing, has ever grown like that. There's hard power and there's soft power. And hard power is military and economic power, and soft power is persuasion. It's the ability to get what you want without having to resort to force, either economic force or military force. And Korea said, look, we're never going to compete with the strongest nations of the world militarily and economically. Like, we're not going to compete at that level. I mean, it's just way too far ahead of us. We can try and we can do really well, and they did really well, but we're not going to go at that level. But we can do something else. And we can use soft power. And we can use some kind of persuasion to make it happen. Korea decided, hey, we can take our culture, which we think is pretty cool, and we can promote Korean culture around the world. And Korea has done that unlike any nation that I've ever seen. 8 years ago, I stumbled upon these mukbang videos. And mukbang means broadcasting eating. It's like broadcast eating, right? This is this phenomenon that started in Korea, whereby people would eat and just eat ungodly amounts of food, my friend, right? Ungodly amounts of food. And then people would send money to them. And people started making a lot of money. There are mukbangers that are making so much money. I mean, really, if you can eat really well, you could do very well. You don't need to be in college or anything, right? People make a lot of money. The key is this phenomenon has gone beyond Korea. So this is a perfect way to start this class, because this is this thing that started in Korea, but then just took off and blew up all over the world. And so I'm going to explain this as we go through class, but what we're seeing again and again are all these cultural phenomena in Korea that just take off, and other cultures adapt, and other cultures embrace, and other cultures participate in a very similar way. So you all, right? So Uganda, they're going to just tell you what the foods are, and you can just start eating. And we'll have a camera here on it, but just enjoy the food, and we'll come back to you in a second. All right, man? Are you good taking your mask off? Yeah. All right. And do you know how to use chopsticks? No. Dude, they're going to teach you how to use chopsticks too. And we're going to film the entire thing, my friend. Yeah. And when you start making noise, we're going to put the microphone right up to your mouth, because that's really key. You're chewing with your mouth open and making a lot of noise. So you guys get started. But let me... So here, next slide, bro. And by the way, and we got to raise... Part of mukbanging is you got to raise money. And so, we're going to try to raise some money for this child fund in Korea. And so if you want, you can Venmo the money, you can Cash App the money, but anything that we raise will go directly over to the child fund, because that's part of it. Normally, mukbangers are raising money for themselves, but, we're going to raise money here for a fund in Korea. Okay, cool? Yeah, dude. It's probably going to be a fail, my friend, but,
It was working before you came here. I was using it.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
Yeah, literally. Camera.
Listen, I can use chopsticks quite well, yeah. Hey, can you do a crunch? Do you got something to crunch on? Bro, that's a crunchy thing, right?
Yeah. You want it?
Dude, can you crunch?
Yeah.
You got to crunch for it. Get a crunchy thing.
Yeah.
If you, we want to show Obama how you do it. First off, you look, can we get, is this blue up here or white? Can you like zero in on it? Okay, so bro, give us a nice crunch. What do you got? What is that right there?
Korean fried chicken.
Korean fried chicken. Dude, boneless Korean fried chicken. All right. You got to give us like the real nice crunchiness. Don't be shy. We're trying to raise money.
Wait, Professor? But it's not that.
It's not that crunchy? Yeah. Well, you're going to have to really work at it then. Come on, you got this. Come on, you got it. Yeah. Okay. Ogana, I think you're next, my friend. Come on, you got this. Yeah.
I gotta get it. That's the problem.
You got to get it up to your mouth first. I think you can do it, though. This is all mukbang. Dude, imagine doing this online with, well, you are doing it online, live. So there you go. You don't have to imagine. Dude, nice, nice. Okay, good. Here we go. I heard that. All right. Awesome. No. Do people that do mukbang, do they gain a lot of weight? Like, what do they do? Do you know?
I know some of them are on like a strict diet, and they eat like one meal a day.
Like for 8 hours?
Yeah.
So you eat one meal a day, but it's 8 hours long.
No, it's not 8 hours long.
How long do people do mukbang? How long do they do this?
It varies, but could be like quick as 20 minutes to like an hour.
Yeah?
Yeah, or longer.
Because I remember one time in class when we were watching this person that was going on for like 2 or 3 hours or whatever. It's crazy. Yeah. How much money do people make? Bro, you got this.
A lot.
Just for eating?
Yep.
Like how much? What's the most you could make?
There's like no particular number because like they're streamers and people just donate money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So
just give
popular
money.
ones get like a lot of money, like a couple $100K per video. And maybe,
Couple
like,
100,000 per video?
Yeah.
Like for just this? Like you guys could earn $200,000 for just doing this?
And like they get like millions of views on YouTube, so they get like money on YouTube.
Bro, I think this is you and me, my friend. Let's up the game here a little bit. You know what I mean?
전 세계에서 인기를 끌고 있는 먹방이 해외에서도 한국어 발음 그대로 먹방이라 불려지고 있듯이 우리나라가 문화를 선도함으로써 우리의 언어까지 널리 알려지고 있다고 합니다. 그러면 오늘 영상은 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다.